Mitchell Renz, Tom Downey. Got some injury updates to keep you up to date on. And if you haven't subscribed to our Seahawks channel, make sure you do. That link is below, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. Chris Carson, back at practice.
Finally!
Finally is right.
This has been a long time coming for Carson and for the Seahawks offense. Him returning, I think, will be a little bit of a boost for the offense. I mean, running backs don't matter that much relative to other positions. But going from Chris Carson to even Carlos Hyde, or for the most part when he's been out, DJ Dallas and Alex Collins, and they had some Bo Scarborough action in there.
The Seahawks this year are 5-1 when Carson plays.
Yes, that was also when Wilson was playing at his best, and there is certainly a connection there. I think getting back Chris Carson is going to be a nice boost for this offense.
Absolutely.
Pete Carroll continues to preach balance. Okay, it's fine.
That's what you want to do.
Let Russ cook. I'm not going to go too far in depth on that one, but I do think the return of Carson will be a significant addition to that offense for what they want to do. And by the way, he's been very effective in the passing game as well. That matters more than ground game stuff.
Well, speaking of the passing game, a guy who's been important, at least blocking Russell Wilson, has been Ethan Pocic, and he's also back at practice here, Tom.
The Seahawks have just been decimated by injuries this season. Getting back Pocic is going to be a nice little addition. They were so thin at center that they had Pocic in there. He got hurt. They put Kyle Fuller in there, not the Bears corner, the former Texans offensive lineman, into center. He got hurt, and they threw rookie guard Damian Lewis into center. Pocic was a former second-round pick out of LSU. He was a center at LSU, and Seattle kind of bounced him all around the offensive line, kind of like they're doing right now with Jamarco Jones, although Pocic played less.
Yep.
They finally gave him a shot to compete at center with the now-traded B.J. Finney, and I thought he was doing quite fine. The offensive line was better this year, and from what I have learned in the NFL and what I've noticed, and this is really maybe a bit more opinion, but that's okay, when there's a center change and then the offensive line plays better too, I kind of think that's the center. Yep. Who's maybe doing a little bit more in terms of identifying blitzes and all of that. So I think Posic's addition, or I should say re-addition, maybe not as impactful as Chris Carson's from a name perspective, but I think on the field might be just as important.
All right, another injury update here. Shaq Griffin, he's also back at practice.
This one is the biggest
big one.
Shaquill Griffin's return is a massive boost for a secondary that has been absolutely decimated. The Seahawks' plan this year at corner was to start Griffin and Quentin Dunbar on the outside and play Marquise Blair, who really impressed in camp, and there was hype around him, and played really well early in the year, then got hurt. He was going to be the nickel. There have been games this year where all three of the Seahawks' top corners are out.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that is a recipe for getting roasted by all opposing quarterbacks.
That's why you're giving up over 3,500 passing yards
now,
this year.
Griffin has been a little bit inconsistent in part because of the injury problems.
Yep.
Dunbar's still out right now. Griffin is a legitimate number one corner. At least he's shown the promise and the capability of being a number one corner. I am very curious now to see if Griffin comes back, who else plays for Seattle? Is it Trey Flowers on the outside? Do they keep rolling with DJ Reed, or does he kick inside and play nickel corner over Ugo Amadi? That's going to be very interesting to see against an Eagles team that is going to try to still throw it with Carson Wentz.
Black Friday deals going on here at Chat Sports. You just got to go to chatsports.com/NFL Friday. You're no longer allowed to go to the Walmart. You're not allowed to go and try to grab a TV late at night. I don't even know why you waste your money on that stuff anyway. We got these awesome deals going on. We got new hats for all 32 NFL teams. You got a Seahawks hat right there as well, Tom. T-shirts. I mean, there's jerseys as low as $46.
So much stuff.
99 cents. If you want to get some like old jerseys, like I saw some old like players' jerseys like $250, they're on sale for like $120. Like these deals are insane, and obviously they're not going to last forever. So make sure that every single person who's watching, you go to chatsports.com/NFL Friday. I mean, the holidays, they're also right around the corner. We're just trying to save you a few dollars, maybe a nickel or two. All right, let's talk about, Carson Wentz. I thought we were doing Seahawks. Wait a minute. Oh, it's DK Metcalf. He said that it is time to bench Carson Wentz.
So here's my question. Is DK Metcalf saying bench Carson Wentz on Instagram because he thinks Jalen Hurts is worse and therefore wants Philly to play the lesser quarterback, or is he just being honest?
Yeah, see, my issue here is if I'm If I'm the Seahawks, am I happy that my star wide receiver is talking about the team that we're about to play on Monday Night Football? Because
No.
I wouldn't like that, because now you know that they're going to have ammunition. And do I think that the Seahawks should beat the Eagles 9 out of 10 times? Yes, I absolutely do. But I don't know if I actually like it. So there was a post on Instagram that literally just said, hey, should the Eagles bench Wentz and go to Jalen Hurts? You can see the comment there. It's the check mark. DK Metcalf says, yes, green check mark.
Maybe DK's just shouting out his boy Jalen
But why
Hurts.
would you do it is my question.
Because you're
why
just
do it?
scrolling through Instagram and you're not thinking about it. That's what he's doing.
And you think that nobody's going to notice?
I'm not saying that no one's not going to notice. Clearly we all noticed. I'm just saying that Metcalf didn't give any thought to it.
You know what else we've noticed, Tom?
He's bad.
Carson Wentz
He's
has not played
broken.
well.
Look, this is a former MVP candidate who has completely fallen off the map. I mean, you factor in the fumbles too. The man's got more turnovers than touchdowns, and I know that the list of excuses continues to come for Carson Wentz of the offensive line is hurt, the receivers are bad, we're not healthy, and then they get healthy, and the latest one I saw today was, it's his diet. His diet's at fault. All right, guys. He's just bad now. I'm sorry. He did go vegan, and I am of the mindset that if you go vegan, you're bad at football now, and Wentz is proving me right. You're a football player. Eat meat, guys. Come on.
I mean, the only person that I know that it worked for was Adrian Peterson one year. I think that was actually the year that he went.
It's been fine for Alvin Kamara, too. So if you're a running back, you're fine. Everyone else, don't go vegan.
I mean, bottom line is this. So, I mean, you can see Tom's note here, Tom. I mean, you take it away.
He's one of the NFL's worst quarterbacks. And I know that's not something that we would have ever said, having him just been paid $32.5 million. He was an MVP candidate. The regression this year from Carson Wentz is profoundly troubling because there are mechanical mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
There are mental mistakes. There's decision-making mistakes. And like that pick six against the Browns, he had his man in the flat, and he was staring right at him, and he just didn't throw it. And he's holding the ball too long. He's not setting himself up for success at all. I think the Eagles are at the point where you might have to sit him down and just be like, okay, buddy, let's talk this through, because it sounds like he's fine at practice, and then he struggles in the games, and that's an almost even bigger concern, because that means it's mental.
That just sounds like coach speak to me. So how about this?
Maybe.
DK Metcalf said it's time to start Jalen Hurts, which basically means it's time to bench Carson Wentz. So is it time to bench him? Type B for bench, or should the Eagles continue to start him type S?
You spent a second-round pick on a different quarterback.
But Jalen Hurts isn't the answer, though. Jalen's not good.
I know you don't like him, but Philadelphia liked him enough to spend a second-round pick.
But they must not, because if you can watch Carson Wentz turn over the ball as much as he has, and you still haven't played him.
In all seriousness, the Eagles missed their prime opportunity. Carson Wentz should have been pulled against the Dallas Cowboys, because the offense was doing nothing in that game.
But they won by 10 points.
Because the Cowboys' offense was even worse because they had Ben DiNucci playing.
Freaking Ben DiNucci slinging it around like Uncle Rico. Give me that on Thanksgiving. That's what everybody wants to see. Type B for bench, type S for start. Should the Eagles bench Carson Wentz? DK Metcalf definitely thinks so. So we're obviously talking about this because this is a big Monday Night Football game. You got the Seattle Seahawks against the team that's leading the division and actually right now higher in the current playoff picture. Mind-blowing.
This could be a playoff preview. If Philadelphia wins this game, Seattle will probably get a revenge game in the postseason at Philly.
Ugh, gross.
That sounds fun.
I mean, the Seattle right now.
If you're Seattle, would you rather get the 5 seed and get to go play Philadelphia, or get the 3 seed and play the Rams?
True.
Yeah,
wow.
Maybe Seattle. I'm kidding. Seattle should
give me the 5 seed.
Seattle should try and win this game.
Yeah, they absolutely should, and I think they're gonna. I mean, there's a reason why they're 6-point favorites. I think that they're gonna absolutely torch this Philly team, top to bottom. But the Rams, they've been playing some pretty solid football.
Defense.
Yeah,
it's good.
Go figure. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. It's pretty impressive. So you guys can see the NFC West standings. Who's gonna win the division? This has been a division that I've said Seattle, Seattle, Seattle. Is it time to maybe flip to the Rams? I mean, don't forget about the Cardinals either.
Had the Cardinals
49ers.
Had the Cardinals beat Seattle last Thursday night, I might have changed my vote. But with the way Seattle's schedule sets up, I mean, their toughest games are one game against the Rams, one against the Niners. The rest are all against Eagles caliber competition. If they take care of business, they should still be a 12-4 team.
Yeah.
And maybe even still 13-3. So I'm still going to type in my SEA for Seattle.